doing this sex work, what do you think the biggest thing you've learned about yourself is? Because I'm not going to ask you like the corny question, like, what's your favorite position? You know, like, it's
I know. I knew coming on you weren't. Everyone always loves to ask me, what's the biggest dick you ever took? Like, who's your favorite person you've ever worked with? Biggest thing I learned from sex work, probably.
You knew I wasn't going to ask you that dumb shit, right?
Oh, I knew. I knew.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
That's why I'm a little stumped with this question. I don't know.
So, I mean, I guess just think like, you know, you started it in Target and you're like, fuck it with my boyfriend. And then all these years go by and then you have this success because you find this situation, no jumper, you blow up. I'm sure you filmed, I don't even know how many videos to this point.
Maybe like 30.
30. Right. So through all these moments and all these experiences, what do you think you're like, what did you really take away? Because if now you're saying, hey, I want to kind of start stepping away from this and I want to pursue these other aspects of like sharing my personality and what I actually really care about, what do you think you really learned through that process that you're going to be able to take forward and like, you know, benefit from or share with people? Because the truth about all this stuff and all of our lives just in general is like the people who continue to have more and more success and continue to grow in like in those different arenas are people who just essentially share what they've been through, right? Like if we're talking about on social, it's all just about sharing your life and what you've been through, right? That's why I could sit here and have this conversation with you because of my life that I've lived, I can share it. So you lived a life that, you know, not a lot of people lived,
right?
You know, all of us obviously, but you've done some things that, yeah, a lot of people do, but you've done it to a level and like an excitement that all these people are involved or invested in you, right? That not a lot of people can say. So the question comes down to what did you learn through all of that? And like, how are you going to take this forward and kind of like give back? You know, what would you share? What would you teach? What would you show? Or what would you want someone like, if you had a kid, right? What would you teach them about that circumstance that you went through?
I would say probably not to lose sight of yourself and who you want to be. I think that's a big thing. It's so easy for me to tap into Sky Bree, and it's 10 times easier for me to go on a podcast and sit with my boobs out and like be bouncy and smiling and talk all slutty and stuff like that. So easy that I lost sight of like who Skylar was, and it like dubbed down my intelligence. And so just, I don't know, I guess for like in social media in general, sex work, everything, like just like don't lose sight of yourself and who, like what you stand for and your morals and that type of thing.